I can still smell the smoke from that barbecue. Charcoal, corn on the cob, sunscreen, and that faint sweetness of Mia's favorite perfume floating through the air like it owned the place. The sun was blazing, kids were screaming in the pool, music thumping low from the speakers. It should have felt like home. But the second I walked through the gate, I knew something was off. My name is Elena. I'm the older sister who left. The one who stopped coming to holidays, stopped posting pictures, stopped explaining. For years, I told myself it was better. That way, cleaner, safer. But Mia, my beautiful, perfect little sister, never let it go. She texted me the week before, "Please come. It's been too long. Everyone misses you." I stared at those words for hours before I replied, "Okay." I drove 3 hours with the windows down, trying to convince myself this was a new start. I wore my old jeans, a plain hoodie, hair in a messy bun. No makeup, no pretense. I just wanted to hug my niece, kiss my nephew's sticky cheeks, and maybe sit quietly in the shade while the family swirled around me. But Mia saw me first. She was by the grill in a flowy white sundress, looking like she stepped out of a catalog. Glass of wine in hand, smile bright until it sharpened. "Oh my God," she said, loud enough for heads to turn. "Look who decided to show up, the ghost herself." A ripple of laughter moved through the yard. I forced a small smile. "Hey." "Mia." She tilted her head, eyes traveling over me slowly, judgment dripping from every inch. "Still rocking the I just rolled out of a bunker look, huh? No wonder you're always alone." The words landed like a slap. My face heated. I told myself it was just teasing. Sisters do that. But then she kept going. "Seriously, Elena, what do you even do anymore? Still playing pretend soldier? Or did you finally give up on that fantasy?" "I served, Mia," I said quietly. 8 years. She laughed, actually laughed. "Right, and then you vanished. Poof. Mom cried for months." "But sure, you had. Your big, important reasons." Mom was standing 10 feet away, twisting a napkin in her hands, eyes darting between us. She didn't speak. No one did. I swallowed hard. I never meant to hurt anyone. Mia stepped closer, voice dropping but still carrying. "You look miserable. Always have. Maybe if you stopped acting like you're better than us, you'd have a real life. Like this." She swept her arm toward the perfect yard, the string lights, her tall, handsome husband flipping burgers in his apron. "This is what winning looks like." Her husband Jake glanced over, quiet nod. He was retired Navy SEAL. Everyone knew it. Mia never let them forget. I set my plate down untouched. My chest felt tight, like the air had turned thick. I could leave. I almost did. But then Jake turned fully toward us, wiped his hands on a towel. His eyes locked on mine, and everything changed. He said one word. Low. Certain. "Ghost." My heart stopped. "Hawk." He gave a single nod. Mia's smile disappeared. What is that supposed to mean?" Jake didn't answer. Her. He kept looking at me. The backyard went strangely quiet. Even the kids seemed to sense it. The music felt distant. Laughter faded. Everyone was watching. Mia laughed nervously. "Okay, this is weird. You two know each other?" Jake spoke then, voice calm but carrying like a command. "Elena was my spotter. Fallujah, Ramadi, places most people never hear about. Ghost because she could disappear into a shadow and still see everything. She saved my life more than once. More than I deserved." Silence swallowed the yard whole. Mia's face drained of color. Her wine glass trembled in her hand. You're joking." I looked at her, really looked. "I never told you because I didn't want it hanging over us. I wanted to be your big sister, not that person. But every time I came home, it felt like I was wearing a costume. So I stopped coming. Her eyes filled with tears, but anger flashed first. You let me think you were nothing. You let me think I was better. All this time, you assumed, I said softly. You decided who I was without ever asking. She shook her head, voice breaking. I was protecting Mom, Dad, everyone. You hurt us when you left. I was broken when I left, I whispered. Pieces of me stayed in the desert. I didn't know how to bring them back. Jake stepped forward, set the spatula down with deliberate care. Then he turned to Mia. Apologize, now. It wasn't a shout. It didn't need to be. The weight of those 3 words landed heavier than any scream, Mia's. Breath hitched. Tears spilled over. She looked around Mom, crying silently, Dad stunned, neighbors frozen with plates in their hands. Her voice cracked. I didn't know. You didn't want to know, I said. The truth tasted bitter, but it was mine. You enjoyed thinking I was small. It made you feel big. She covered her mouth. Sobs shook her shoulders. I felt the old pain rise years of being invisible, dismissed, mocked in subtle and not so subtle ways. But standing there, with Jake's quiet strength beside me, something shifted inside my chest. Not anger anymore. Just clarity. I didn't need to destroy her. She was already seeing the truth. Jake didn't move. He just waited. Maya finally looked at me, mascara streaking down her cheeks. I'm sorry, Elena. I'm so sorry. I was cruel. I was jealous. I thought if I tore you down, my life would feel more secure. But it doesn't. It never did. The words hung there. Raw, real. I nodded once. I hear you. It wasn't instant forgiveness. Forgiveness doesn't work like that, but it was acknowledgement. A door cracked open. Jake glanced at me. A small, almost imperceptible nod like we'd just finished a mission. Then he turned back to the grill, picked up the spatula again, and flipped a burger like nothing had happened. But everything had. The barbecue slowly started breathing again. People talked in low voices. Mom came over, pulled me into a hug that lasted longer than any we'd had in years. Dad squeezed my shoulder. Even the kids ran up, asking why Aunt. Elena was crying and laughing at the same time. Mia stood apart for a while. Then she walked over, hesitant. Can we talk later? Just us? I looked at her, really looked, and saw the little girl who used to follow me everywhere. Yeah, I said, we can. I left that night with my suitcase still in the trunk, but something felt lighter, not fixed. Not perfect, just possible. Sometimes justice doesn't look like revenge. It looks like truth stepping into the light. It looks like someone finally saying your name, the real one, and the whole world hearing it. I spent so long hiding. But that day, I didn't disappear. I was seen. And maybe, just maybe, that's the strongest comeback there is. If someone's ever made you feel small, remember this. Your story isn't over until you decide it is. The call sign you earned, the scars you carry, the silence you kept, they're not weaknesses. They're proof you survived things others can't even imagine. Hold your head up. Your moment is coming, and when it does, they'll finally understand. Thanks for listening to my story. If this resonated with you, drop a like, share your own quiet victories in the comments, and subscribe for more real, raw tales of heartbreak, strength, and the justice that sometimes arrives without a fight. I'll see you in the next one. Take care of your heart. It's been through enough.